team. We are so excited to have a room full of distinguished guests in our county. I'm Delia Parker-Mims, chair of the Denton County Democratic Party. Say it with me, the best Denton County party in the state of Texas. And on behalf of Denton County, I welcome you. We are excited to have all eyes on Denton County. But before we begin, I want to acknowledge Vicki Goodwin. To our representatives and every member who took that stand, let me say this clearly. Thank you. Thank you for reminding us that leadership is not about titles or positions, it's about courage. And thank you for showing us that sometimes protecting democracy means risking everything for what is right. Thank you for showing us that sometimes it's important to honor the legacy of the people who came before us, and that means stepping in their shoes and fighting at times. And we appreciate that you've done that. To remind us that the march that they made, those who bled and those who died, so that every Texan can continue to vote and their voice be heard. Because of your actions, Texans saw that democracy is not just an idea on paper. It's something we must fight to protect and pass on to the next generation. And tonight, we recommit ourselves to fight with you and to stand with you in doing that. We will organize, we will mobilize, and we will not back down because you showed us that democracy is worth it. And so are the people of Texas. So let us thank our representatives and those who showed us what it is to get up and fight. Closing us. Let's honor them, and let us promise that their courage will not leave you there. And of all of our honored guests tonight, we welcome our state chair, Mr. Kendall Scudder, and some of our statewide candidates, Ms. Polly Taylor, who is running for the Court of Criminal Appeals. When Texas women are being criminally charged for making their own healthcare decisions, when those cases get litigated and get appealed, they go to the Criminal Court of Appeals. And it is so important that we have Democrats. As you have seen, it is important to have Democrats at all levels of our judiciary. So we're going to work hard to make sure that happens. We're pleased to have Clayton Tucker, a candidate for agricultural position. As he puts it, he's running to replace that fool. And we want him to be replaced. If you care about the cost of food on your tables, then that is the Agricultural Commission race, and we definitely need to pay attention at the top of the ticket. We're pleased to have Ben Flores, who is running for governor of Texas. Nothing needs to be said about that, right? Because we need to get rid of that governor. We're also pleased to have Mark Neer, who's running for Congressional District 13. I think that's Marty Jackson, right? He's the man who's always drunk on the job, and doctor, believe that or not. We have Ernest Lineberger running for congressional district. Ernest is working very hard, and he certainly has become a fan favorite in Denton County. We have Evan Hunt, who's running for congressional district 3. And Mr. Del Frey, I don't know if he's made it yet. Is he in here? County Commissioner Precinct 2, and where we need those county commissioner seats, that's where we get our access to voting locally. We can ignore people doing executive orders to change our ballots, but what we are concerned with are those officials who will take what he has directed and try to do that here. So we definitely need Democrats on our county commission. Right now, we don't have any. I'm also very happy to be here to see some of our friends. Is Gina around?
Yeah, she's here.
Where is she? Oh, is she over there? Where are you, Gina? Oh, there you are. Thank you so much for coming. Gina changed her flights to be here, and I'm so grateful that she's been able to make it. I don't know if Barbara is here, but I know Jocelyn is here, and I want to thank you guys for all of your support and mentoring that we've always done for you throughout the years. I definitely appreciate that. Our pastor, Brenda, and Delvin Atchison, I appreciate you guys showing your support. And I want to thank my family. This is a family affair because what's happening in America, nobody can sit on the sidelines. So my sister's precinct chair, Juanita, she's here somewhere, trying to get my brother-in-law, Fred, to become one of our photographers. Let's say, do it, Fred. Do it, Fred. We need to become one of our photographers. Of course, you know my son, Loris, and my daughter, Camila. And my brother, Leon, is the DJ, so I hope you all have some fun tonight. And thank you, Chris, for all of the years, lifelong friend, as one of our DJs tonight. We're gonna have some fun after it's over. And to my executive team, Leslie, Amy, Danica, Tony, Shannon, Diane, thank you guys so much for making me look good. And you guys always do. We run our organization like a business, and that's how we are able to be so organized as we are. I also want to do a special shout out to Billy. Where's he? Where's Billy Paul? Thank you, sir. Billy is always there to support the party, and he's been very supportive, so I appreciate that. And of course, I would be remiss if I didn't give a special thank you to Tamala Woolman, our LBJ chair extraordinaire. We are so appreciative of your diligence and the spirit of excellence with which you work. While we are thanking people, I want to also send out a special shout out to Jim Williams, our former office manager. He retired from, there you are, Mr. Tubbs. Looking good. He retired from working in our office, but he hasn't stopped working with us. So I'm so grateful for him getting us set up to go forward and to still be there with us and guiding us in our office setup. I'm just so excited to see our sold-out LBJ Obama dinner, appropriately themed Texas Democrats, one team. And as many of you know, I ran for state party chair, and when I decided to run, I wasn't thinking about titles. I was thinking about you, the great volunteers of Denton County. You inspire me. and telling the state all about the hard work that we have been doing and the togetherness that we've been doing it in. That's what inspired me to run. There are not many things to be happy about these days, as you know, looking at the news. But when I think of Denton County volunteers, our precinct chairs, our candidates, our PAC getting together, working together to achieve a common goal, that's really one of the only things that uplifts me during this time period, is that in Denton County, we do work together as one team. We are the ones who knock on doors until your feet ache in the heat, the cold, the rain. You're the ones who make calls until your voice is hoarse. And you do this because you believe democracy is worth it. I wanted the whole state to see what I see. The heart, the grit, the relentless hope of Denton County. And I ran to shine a spotlight on your courage, your creativity, your power, and most importantly, your unity. You're the engine, you're the moment, you're the reason Texas will turn blue and Texas will move towards a more just and progressive state. In the halls of power, it starts on porches, in coffee shops, and at kitchen tables where volunteers like you turn conversations into commitments, and commitments into votes. Our one team mindset in Denton County is a model that needs to be replicated statewide. That's why I ran for chair. And that is why I'm so excited to have all eyes on Denton County today, because we embody that theme, one team. Clubs are perhaps one of the most inspirational aspects. We've got clubs in every corner of the county. We've got a lot of work done through our clubs while working with our party. There is a Democratic club in everywhere, in the north, south, east, and the west. And we're not just meeting, we're organizing, we're educating, and we're advocating. I don't even know how we will begin to even select our best club of the year, because they're all working very hard and inspiring and encouraging. And you can find a club that best fits you. Let's see, we have our Lantana Dems. They are a steady force. I think I'm a little intimidated by the Lantana Dems, because you know Gina and Dean, they look like nice ladies, and they are. They're nice ladies, but do not get it twisted. They are laser focused, and they do not underestimate, and you should not underestimate the power of their resolve. And their club is perhaps one of the first clubs that is putting out legislative updates, and they're doing all kinds of things that we just stop back and look at. One of my, then there's the 380 Dems. Are they around? You heard that Morris sound because they bought like 6 tables. So describing them, as they're very techy, very savvy, very slick. I kind of think of them as like the sexy club. But they are working nonstop, and they are inspiring that area, and so they're a spot that you can find yourself at home. If you're in the 380 area, anywhere along that line, there's a 380 club waiting for you. Now, one of my favorites are the Sanger Dems. There they are over there. See, they remind me of the tortoise and the rabbit, because they may have started off and they may move a little slow, but they move steady and they move constantly, and they're moving forward. And before you know it, they're gonna have more people in that Sanger, that red area, coming to their meetings than they truly expect. And I appreciate the doubling of precinct chairs that they were able to do so that we can get it done. See, the ropes and ranch gyms, now they're amongst the best. They are the blue dot in a sea of red, but they don't back down. It's where they live, so they can't back down. They have to stand up where they're at. And they have the courage to do that. And they also have some of our best precinct chairs. They meet regularly and in ropes and ranch. But it's ropes and right? It's ropes and ranch. It's spelled incorrectly. And I want to thank Jane for her incredible work on vote centers. I'm so excited to see Charity. Thank you for coming out every year. I appreciate you for coming. All the other hard-working clubs like the Frisco Dems and the Plano area Dems, they kind of share a dual personality. Are we calling? But nevertheless, they're always working with both groups, trying to find ways to increase engagement within their community. So I'm so proud of them. And I see you over there, Malone. Glad you got back from China. It's good to see you. She had a wonderful vacation. Then there's the old faithful, the Flower Mound Dems. See, they've been around for quite a while, and it was their work that helped us usher in our first Democratic mayor. Shout out to Cheryl. Right, they paid attention to putting people on boards and commissions and grooming people to run for city council and school board, and that's how we were able to put somebody on the ballot with a great resume, and I appreciate all that they do. Laura is so hardworking and diligent when it comes to putting people in these communities. And Fawn is always working. I didn't even know she wasn't a precinct chair until recently. She already seen her doing so much, but I'm so happy that you're going to be a precinct chair. Now, I do have a bone to pick with the Flower Mound. Do y'all know what that bone is? I went skating with them. So it's amazing I am standing up today. But I figure if the athletes can go and get some shots, I can probably do a little bit of the same. So I'm here looking fabulous, but it's a miracle. Flower Mound had me out there skating, and my doctor said you have muscles you haven't used in years, which was really nice since I just had a birthday, so now I know I'm too old for that. But thank you, it was a great time. Now, I'm seeing are anybody from our Kelton clubs here? It's great to see them up, and I was at one of their events this week. I looked really different there, didn't I? I think I was walking in with a cane, and so they were like, "Are you gonna do this week?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be ready. I don't know how, but I made it." But I'm excited to see all that they're doing, and then their hives, they call it their beehives, and the way they've broken down their neighborhoods, kind of like our Project 26 and our clusters. So we're excited to see that happen. And you see why thinking of the volunteers in Denton County is one of the only things that makes me excited these days, because we are working in a way to increase turnout, and we do that the best here in the state. And we're doing that by working together as one team. We have the UNT College Democrats. We are so happy you are here. We are always being asked about young voters, and we're so happy to be working in partnership with UNT. They look wonderful. Y'all stand up, everybody see college people. They look fabulous. Thank y'all for helping today, and we look forward to working with you. And here's what's really exciting. Not only do we have the UNT Dems, I know we have the young Dems of Denton County. Where are y'all? Over there? They used to be the youngest people in the room. Remember those days? Not so much. How do y'all feel? Do your bones feel okay? Because I've got some other people that are even younger than the UNT Dems. We have high school Dems who have chartered their own high school Democratic. So there's plenty of people here who can mentor our high school Dems, our UNT Dems, and our young Dems. We're working in every facet that we can in Denton County together as what? One team. One team. And I don't want to miss the Denton Dems. They do get together and have lunch. Where's Danica?
We don't know where she is.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense. But they're revitalizing and getting back together, and it's exciting to see that. And of course, the revitalization of Denton Together only adds more resources and tools to reach voters with the collective movement. We're so excited that Denton Together has revitalized and is working, because we need resources coming from every area. But more importantly, when we do that, we need to work as one team. There was a time in Denton County when we were not so functional. We languished in attacking one another rather than getting the work done. So it's truly one of the things I'm most proud of, and running for state was the perfect opportunity to shine a light on what we are doing. And of course, none of this could be done without our precinct chairs and our cluster leaders. Please give them a round of applause. We're adding new precinct chairs each month, and I know Con and Sarah spent months upon months calling, helping us to locate and identify precinct chairs. So we're so appreciative for that. And then we rolled out our clusters and then our project 2026, and through all of our clusters and with our program, we're still recruiting precinct chairs, and we're getting more and more. And our project 2026 is a rallying cry to unite and begin the work now to shut this shit down. As I traveled around the state and talked to many different county chairs, many looking for answers, many still trying to galvanize their base, I knew then why Denton County was the largest county to increase Democratic turnout in the last 2 election cycles in the state of Texas. I proudly spoke about Denton County at every forum, and I pointed out that while the national and state trend in increasing Democratic turnout is going down, in Denton County, it's going up. And we did that by working as one team. Not as liberals or progressives, not as leftists, but as one team. Not by embracing identity politics, not by competing against each other for accolades, but by working together for a common goal. By understanding that the walls of our democracy can only stand when people are willing to fight for it. And we do that in Denton County. So it is my pleasure to award Denton County, the volunteers, our precinct chairs, our clubs, our donors, and all of us that are working for that common goal, this trophy. And this is to represent how hard that we work in Denton County, and and how we do it together. We can, and together we must. We can do it together, and we must. You know we must, right? We don't have a choice. So I'm going to say it like this: si podemos y juntos debemos. We can, and together we must. So I want y'all to say it with me. Together we can, and together we must. And we're going to say that in Spanish. Si podemos y juntos debemos. We can together and we must. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. We must work together as one team. We have a backdrop out front with all of our clubs on there, if you might have seen it, and that is for all of our clubs to take pictures together and with this trophy to take back to your clubs to show how hard you guys have been working as one team, and that when we work together, we can achieve results. It's appropriate to celebrate and reflect on how far we've come. As a county, as a county party, as Democrats in Denton County, we are bolder, we're much more organized, and we're better funded, and we work more strategically. But we cannot confuse progress with completion. But together, we are the engine, we are the movement, we are the reason Texas will turn towards justice and progress. So getting that message out is why I ran for state chair. And that's why I'll keep fighting for Denton County. That's also why I am honored to introduce our next speaker.